the future. We actually have a lost episode now.
So hey, Space Cadets, we totally thought we were recording and there was like a recording error apparently. So we went off and got the blue ring on our own, which increases our defense. But other than that, you didn't really miss anything.
You really didn't.
Once again, we are going to go on an adventure in the original Legend of Zelda.
Oh god, we lost so much. Well,
We lost 10 minutes at the most.
It's true. We didn't lose the entire thing. Okay, so...
No, it's fine.
You want to go up?
Well, I mean, this is our first time on the NES emulator, and it's a little less cooperative than the SNES emulator was.
So you want to go up?
I mean, if I think of the number of times I've actually bought this game, it's kind of funny because I wish we could be playing on my actual copies of this game. To the left. But, we don't have the recording technology just yet.
Right.
Yeah. No, because I bought the original version of this game. I bought a Virtual Console version of this game. And for my girlfriend in 2013, for her birthday / Valentine's Day, which kind of coincided, I got her a copy of the original Zelda, and I made her a really cute card with like Link holding up a piece of heart, being like, "You fill my hearts."
Aww.
To be all like romantic and stuff. And we had a nice time, and we made sushi together.
Aw, that's cute. But anyway.
So I've bought this game a whole bunch of times, but unfortunately we can't use any of those because, again, we gotta save up for some recording technology. Alright, so this is actually based on the number of hearts we have, but we now have the white sword, which does, I believe, twice as much damage as our wooden sword. Still doesn't protect us from those freaking Zoras!
Those Zoras just are like, hate.
No, that is the next object we save up for. Oh no, not this place. We're not going here.
You're not willing to take on Dungeon 5?
Well, no, that actually leads to, like, unless you do a certain thing, it ends up just being like a repeating path in the mountains over and over again.
Oh god, it's the Lost Woods.
Yeah, it's the Lost Woods of the mountains. The Lost Mountains, you might say.
No.
Yeah, no way. But, we're definitely geared up a lot better for the next dungeon.
Which is dungeon number 3, so, we are...
Yeah, let's get over to dungeon 3.
You're not sure we don't want to go for the Mystic Sword as well?
Well, again, the sword's based on the number of hearts you have, and so I think we need to be onto our second row of hearts before we can claim that.
Okay.
It's really neat that they actually brought that back in Breath of the Wild, where you can get the Master Sword at any time, so to speak, as long as you have a certain number of hearts. Although, in that game, they actually frame it really well, because they're like, oh yeah, to pull the sword out of the stone, it drains your life force, and if you don't have enough life, it will kill you.
That's kind of great. Just like,
Oh yeah, Breath of the Wild, like, they brought it back to this game, and then they brought it all the way around. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
But, like, this was revolutionary at the time.
Alright.
So the Zora keeps shooting these fireballs at us, and we can't guard against them with our normal shield. We need the big shield.
Of course. You need a big shield, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, big shield. Chicks dig big shields.
So you want to get the... So, how much does that cost?
The big shield, I want to say, is about 150 at most vendors, but I think there's one you can get it for 90.
Okay.
The prices vary from different vendors.
Let me see if there's like a cheap option.
Look for the one that might say 90 on the map.
Yeah, I'm looking.
He's working here.
I'm looking here, you Goomba.
A Goomba.
Something my dad used to do. My dad's actually from Jersey. My dad was raised in Jersey, so sometimes that gets...
Hey, it's a thing.
Okay, I found the 91.
Alright, is it nearby? Because we just got 100 rupees.
Okay, alright. So, it's near Dungeon 2. So we gotta go back to near that area.
Alright, let's not mess this up, hopefully.
Alright, let me see. So you wanna go?
Hey, Moblin. Moblins are interesting because in this game they're clearly like bulldog creatures, and they continue to be that way for a while. but then they later on become interpreted as pig-like creatures.
So... Oh, yeah, no, I've seen that. I guess it's to make them more related to Ganon to an extent.
Well, like, Ganon became less pig-like over time.
Oh, yeah. Ganon... It's kind of funny that the most iconic version of Ganon is not the original.
Well, they brought it back around because, like, especially more recently, you see the Dark Beast Ganon being just like a pig monster.
I kind of like that representing...
So, where am I going?
Alright, you're gonna keep going. Alright,
We're at, like, Lake Hylia.
Lake Hylia, let me look. Okay, you
Or
want
is
to
it
keep...
the other lake, Lake Hylia?
Okay, dude, you want to keep going east.
Okay, farther still.
Yeah, farther still.
Farther still to the east. I remember as a child watching like the animated Hobbit films by Rankin Bass. Same guys that did the Thundercats.
God dang it.
Yeah, really. And it's just like I loved like fantasy stuff as a kid.
Oh, fantasy stuff's great. In general, I've always was a huge fan of like a lot of different fantasy when I was a kid. Hell, I even enjoyed the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon when I was a kid.
That's special.
Okay, go down.
Am I on the wrong side of this?
Yes, go. You want to go... If you can go to the right, go to the right.
Oh, okay, so just keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Because we're getting into some different territory over here.
Yes, but keep going. Alright, alright.
Down,
Go
down,
up.
down to Moblin Town. Okay.
Yes, alright. And that bush, that bush you're next to, well, when you were next to.
So, sword beams do the same amount of damage as your sword in this game, which makes them invaluable.
Alright.
Okay, so this one?
Yeah, that one. Burn it.
Aha, it's a secret! Boy, this is really expensive. Once again, you're the bargain merchant, so don't complain.
But
I'd also like to note that this shield and the previous shield had a cross on it. Because apparently there's like some artwork of Link praying in just a straight up church. And apparently Christianity was a thing in Hyrule in this timeline, or in Miyamoto's mind, and then Nintendo was like, no way, man.
Link has to get in touch with his Christian
Link
roots
fights the
Ganon.
demonic creature Ganon and saves the Princess Zelda, who has the magical Triforce, and also prays to Jesus Christ.
Maybe Link's Jewish and he has to kill the pig because he's not kosher.
Oh my god! Ganon is not kosher.
I think we have an episode title.
Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! Ganon is not kosher.
Look,
Oh Jesus!
well, that's why one of his dungeons is a swastika. You know, Link is actually a secret Jew. Okay, I can get away with this if you care. I am Jewish.
I don't care. That's funny no matter what. Oh.
Man.
I mean, I wouldn't want to eat that demon pork anyways.
Now you really don't want to. So am I supposed to be guiding you to Dungeon 3?
I kind of know where Dungeon 3 is. But oh man. You kill me, Dave.
Thank you.
You kill me.
Well, at least with this episode, you don't have to look for the episode title.
I don't. Here's Ganon is not kosher.
Alright.
I think it's down here. It might be down here.
You're
somewhere over here.
kinda right.
Over this way. This is kind of.
Okay. Yeah, you wanna go to the left? and kill the non-kosher meat.
It's like the
enemies.
first episode where we spent half the episode trying to recover from laughter. Oh, okay. Gotta breathe.
You weren't prepared for that. Nobody should be. Okay, but alright. I get the map settled down here. Anyway.
Dungeon 3. Our eyes are still vibrating, but at least we have the blue ring for defense.
It's true. So...
oh my god. Okay, so we're gonna grab the boomerang. It's neat that the boomerang, as soon as the boomerang touches an item, you immediately collect it. Whereas later games expect the boomerang to return to you. Probably some kind of like coding limitation, I don't know.
Fair. It's one of those things.
It's such a neat game though, like all this exploration that happens.
Well, like I said. Okay, so I like the...
Dark Nuts. These are the Dark Nuts, and they suck.
They apparently are pingy.
They are impervious to attacks from the front, so you have to get them from the side or from behind. But their movements are more or less at random, so good luck.
So they're just annoying enemies to take care of.
All right.
They kind of remind me of how you're supposed to kill enemies in Ys, which is the YS series. In case you're wondering what.
Oh yeah, I've got a friend who really likes those.
Yeah, the first two games, the way you attack enemies is you have to attack them from an angle instead of like head on or something. The first two, I should say.
I don't doubt that there was some Zelda inspiration.
Those games are very Zelda-like, but you can say that if Zelda's classical orchestral Ys is hard rock music.
Okay.
That's kind of what makes them unique.
Ys.
Or,
another new enemy introduced. These are bubbles.
Anyway.
They are called bubbles.
Another thing about Ys is that you get a new girl in each game instead of just like the one constant one. So
no Zeldas. So the thing about bubbles is if they touch us, they don't actually damage us, but they prevent us from using our sword.
Oh god. Now they do the whole thing where it's they call it kind of like a James Bond type thing where there's like a Bond girl.
Yeah, we can't use our sword now. I'm kind of mashing the A button.
You suck, man.
But so this is Manhandla.
That's a pretty good sprite for this era.
And bombs are its supreme weakness. Because that happens. Wait a second. We just cleared the dungeon. We just cleared the dungeon with like doing nothing. We didn't get the compass, we didn't get the map, we just like blew through the dungeon because I happened to randomly hit the right rooms.
Wow, this
That's a win. And we're taking it.
That's amazing.
So we can actually like go back into the dungeon if we want to get more keys or something. But oh my god, we're up to 5 keys right now.
Do we really?
We are outside of the dungeon with 5 keys. This is the original Zelda. This is what happens, people.
This is what happens when you have the magic of the internet.
Except there's probably one thing we missed. Let me see. Yep.
What did we miss?
The dungeon item in this one is actually required to get to Dungeon 4, so we have to go back in.
Joy.
Yeah. This is a thing.
This is the thing.
Also, giant Hershey's Kisses makes me think of Christmas. Which is not a kosher holiday.
Don't you? Link is just trying to like. Link's the only Jewish guy.
Hanukkah.
Oh god, Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
Oh, okay. God.
Do you get Hershey's Kisses on Hanukkah?
We do the chocolate coins actually.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, like guilt, I believe.
Guilt?
Yeah, guilt.
Wait, is that like guilt as in like Christian guilt, like we're going to hell, or is that?
Well, I do. No, oh god. I'm gonna show my ignorance on that one. I never actually looked that up. I probably should ask my dad next time I see him. But no, the chocolate coins are usually a thing as candy. You use them often. When I was a kid, we often used them with the dreidel game.
Okay.
Where the dreidel game's a bit of a gambling game.
Gambling.
Well, we have to teach economy to
It's
our
a
kids.
money-making game.
Oh god, I feel I'm going to nondescript Jewish hell.
I thought that wasn't a thing.
No.
Oh my god, more Dark Nuts. Okay, so I think we can avoid them.
No, we called spending time with our grandmothers.
Oh, well, I miss my grandmother.
I do too, but
She's no longer with us.
yeah, God, I excuse me.
So
Apparently,
this is what we needed. This is the raft.
yeah.
And the raft lets us cross bodies of water. And come to think of it, I think this is the only Zelda game that really has an item quite like this. Later Zelda games, you get like the Zora flippers or something like that, where you can swim.
Yeah.
But this is the only game that has a raft, because the raft only lets you cross bodies of water in a really linear fashion.
Okay.
So we're just gonna get out of here now.
Well, you know, water physics in games don't go well.
Yeah. It's very interesting because I've heard it described as kind of a lock and key sort of setup, where the item itself acts as a key to the dungeon. You know, say you need the 3D Zeldas, you need the bow and arrow to go shoot an eye on the wall in order to open a door. So the bow and arrow would be the key to the lock.
That's fair.
And some people don't like that. Some people feel it makes it really linear and predictable, and other people think it's absolutely ingenious.
I don't know. Like, linearity in games, I've never been a big... I think it depends on what the game's going for. Because...
Wow, we have a lot of hearts right now. Actually, hey, if you can, go over and look up the number of hearts we need for the magic sword.
Okay, let me take a look.
Because I want to say it's about 12.
Doesn't say... This map doesn't say, it just shows us where the magic sword is.
Alright.
So I'll look it up.
That's a quick Google thing. I don't think we can get it yet, but we can easily get to the next dungeon. Take that, Zora. Because we're actually doing really well in this game.
I'll tell you.
Barring any randomly lost footage. But, yeah, we're about to enter the Dungeon 4, where our eyes are vibrating slightly less from the absurd color palettes. So, we're going to find out what this dungeon holds for us next time on Hal and Dave's Trip to Jupiter.
I did it!